So, E3 coverage this year. We'll do a wrap up at the very end, I should say. Well, let's start off in the order that we saw stuff in.
Yes.
So, the first off this year at E3 was the EA press conference.
Mm-hmm.
EA, as many people know, I think they're one of the more hated companies.
They are
companies in the world, and a lot of it, I think, is just saltiness. They do deserve some flack, but they do give us games that we buy. If they didn't, they wouldn't still be a company.
Right. Exactly. They're a company that makes games that everybody's like, I'm not getting that, and yet it ends up in everybody's library.
You're gonna get it. They make Madden.
Mm-hmm.
They make well. Let's start off.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the sports games that Mackay doesn't care about.
Yeah, I'll let Cam handle all this.
They are literally he doesn't care about the sports game, but they make Madden. They make NBA Live, which I don't think anybody really cares about. I think everybody defers to the 2K franchise.
Yes.
Which is handled by 2K Games and.
Yep.
Is it Sega? Does Sega make those? I don't know. I forget.
Oh boy.
I know it's 2K Games.
Yeah.
But they make FIFA. So news about those. Madden has its own single player story mode, which I don't know how it'll work, since football is a game based around 50-man rosters.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of one of those. They call it the long shot campaign, and you're kind of just a dude that it's a long shot that you'll make it.
Yeah, I also think it's weird that unlike the rest of the single player story campaigns in this one, I think you assume a player.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't get to create your player. Or
yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know if you pick your position or not. I don't remember. But it's Madden. If you like Madden, you'll get Madden.
Right.
I won't get Madden. It is not coming to the Switch. So.
Which is our preferred console.
It's my preferred console, just because it's the only new gen console I have. With that being said, I haven't really played a Madden since Madden 12. I do have Madden 12.
It's been a hot minute then.
But, I guess football video games only move the needle for me during football season.
Yeah.
I play through like a season and then I'm done with the game forever. So
I just don't play them.
Yeah. NBA Live, I hope it's good, just because maybe it being good can push along the development of 2K, so it won't be quite the same every year, like it'll make bigger, broader changes.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't expect this game to do anything. Everybody's still going to probably be playing 2K.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what consoles it comes out for. Did you mark that
Xbox One and PS4.
Okay.
And there's a demo available in August, and your progress and gameplay will carry over into the full game. So that's cool.
All right.
I guess, if you're a sports person.
Well, like I said, most everybody I know plays 2K just because it's just the established franchise. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They are the Madden of basketball as the 2K franchise.
Right.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Once again, we don't care. FIFA this year, what are the things? So the big thing about FIFA is that it is on last gen consoles.
Mm-hmm.
It is on the Switch, and the big thing coming into this was we knew that FIFA was coming to the Switch. They showed it off.
Yeah.
Little snippets of gameplay here and there. So we knew it was coming, but it was named differently. It's not named FIFA 18 for the Switch.
Right.
It's called just FIFA for the Switch. And people were worried about what that meant. But they showed gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like FIFA. It's not the Mii version dumbed down like they did for the Wii.
For like the Wii, yeah.
That was awful, and they should have never done it, and they didn't make any money.
Right.
And, they still might not make money with this.
But it's going to be available.
It will be available. I will probably have it day one. This will be my first FIFA game.
I won't.
He's not going to care. We'll probably have an open, and I'll bludgeon him to death.
Because I'm going to be trying to figure out the controls the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really not that hard. It's just it's the soccer mindset.
Let's put it this way. The last soccer game that I played was Sega Soccer Slam for Nintendo GameCube.
Have you ever played Mega Man Soccer?
Mega Man's? There's a Mega Man
There's
Soccer?
Mega Man Soccer.
Looks like we need to do a Cricket Classics.
Yeah, oh yeah.
On Mega Man Soccer.
Oh, Mike has it emulated. We will
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, alright, so back to the topic at hand. I will have it for the Switch, so it comes out September, October?
That's September 29th?
September. End of September, so October we'll probably have some gameplay of that.
Which I'll be busy playing Metroid Samus Returns. So.
Okay,
but we'll get to that in
too.
the Nintendo.
I have that too.
The Nintendo portion.
Alright, so the next up, now back to stuff we actually...
Anthem!
we all care about.
So Anthem is a new IP. It's actually from BioWare, which I generally don't enjoy BioWare games. I haven't played Dragon's Age. Is that what it's called?
Dragon Age. Yeah.
I haven't played any of those. I played Mass Effect 2. It was fun, but I didn't really get the hype. Other than that, wasn't huge into BioWare games. Anthem looks like the Destiny killer. Anthem looks awesome. Basically, everybody has little mech suits, and you can get different styles of mech suits that do different things. There is drop-in and drop-out co-op, which is huge. Destiny currently really doesn't have that. Basically, when Anthem was announced, Destiny 2 had already been announced, and everybody was all excited about it.
And yeah,
the excitement
just shifted immediately. Now, with that being said, I think Destiny 2 comes out before.
It does. It comes out in September.
So Anthem doesn't come out till next year, yes?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So Destiny 2's got a whole year of legs.
Yeah.
Before.
But Anthem does look awesome, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't really play those kind of games.
Right.
And generally, like I don't know, it looks pretty cool.
It looks awesome.
To see what's next. A Way Out. This game, it got quite a bit of media hype.
It did. People are saying it's the best game to come out of E3, and
it looks interesting. The couch co-op, even if it's not couch co-op, I think it's an interesting take on everything.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, you play as two people. Always, it's always two people. You and somebody else. Either you and somebody else there, or you and somebody else online, and you're escaping jail or something like that.
Yeah, it's a prison break game, which is cool.
But the thing that gets me is it's from the makers of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which is on last gen consoles.
Yep. It was
critically acclaimed, and I was bored to death by it.
Really? I never played it. It never looked really interesting to me, so I skipped it.
It's not, is the problem. It's charming, but it's not interesting. The mechanics are, they're boring.
Yeah.
You control each brother with a stick, so the right stick controls one brother, the left stick controls another.
Okay.
You got to get through puzzles by moving them, at the same time sometimes. Sometimes one brother needs to be in one place, the other brother needs to be in another to make things work. It's just not interesting to me.
Yeah, it sounds kind of boring.
The worlds look nice. The characters emote very well. Nobody really speaks. Like you walk by people and they kind of, But it's not. And I'm not killing on this game.
No,
because like I said, the critical acclaim is there. I was just personally bored by it. I never finished it. I do have it for 360, so if you want to play it,
we'll see.
But I think it's an interesting premise that they need to make work properly.
Yeah.
That's all I would really have to say about A Way Out.
Yeah, me too. It looks cool. I don't know. I'll see how it does.
Yeah, we'll see how it does.
We got some more Battlefield 1 DLC coming out. Neither of us play Battlefield 1, but...
not into competitive first-person shooters.
Yeah, I'm not either, but...
shout out to Battlefield.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to David and Christian. I know you guys love Battlefield 1. And the Name of the Czar DLC comes out in September, so be on the lookout for that.
Alright, so you got...
New maps, weapons, and specializations. Don't even know what the specializations means, but... There you go.
I mean, it's classes.
I guess classes, yeah. So cool.
Need for Speed. I'm as far as racing games, I'm more on the purist end of things, more on the Forza Gran Turismo side.
See, and I'm more on this side.
The arcadey side.
I'm more on the arcade, like, all right, get in the car and go.
I can do arcadey. I just if the car feels too floaty or doesn't perform enough like a real car, then it needs to be like full out. All right, this is going to be Crazy Taxi, and you're going to be able to do brake drifts and
right.
jumps and
it's
stuff.
It's either super realistic or completely unrealistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want. I don't want it. If it's anything else, it better be Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got you. So that's coming out. People are comparing it to Fast and Furious,
which works.
It does.
Makes sense to me.
It's what Need for Speed's roots are in.
Yeah.
It just like Cam said, it works.
Yeah.
So
it looks like Need for Speed to me.
It's gonna be. They labeled it as an action driving game, which is good. So I don't know. It looks neat. Comes out in November 10th. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, and wrapping up E3, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I'm guessing a lot of people are excited about. I honestly don't know anybody who personally played the first Star Wars Battlefront more than a month or so.
I played it for about 2 because my dad got it and we played together.
Okay.
But other than that, the game didn't truly have legs. I think the omission of a single-player campaign is what really killed the game.
Huh.
A lot of people were really disappointed that it didn't have a single-player campaign. A lot of people,
especially when you already have the story there.
Right, exactly.
You just take a battle or Star Wars story.
They could have done, the battles that were in Episode 7. Because it came out right after Episode 7.
Right, it did.
So it's like, all right, come on. But I understand it was DICE's first foray into the Star Wars. It's beautiful. The game is gorgeous, and they actually have 3 different studios. Motive Studios, DICE, and Criterion Games are all 3 working on Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Which will make it. It'll be more fleshed out rather than just the multiplayer aspect, which is what DICE does.
Well, it's interesting because, and I made this comparison off camera earlier. The way that this game ramped up was similar to how Splatoon did on the Wii U, and in that when it came out, we kind of already knew it was a bare bones package from the get go.
Right.
The big difference is that by the end of and anybody that knows Splatoon knows this. I love the original Splatoon. I thought it was awesome. Even the bare bones package was enough to get me into it. I understand why they did it, why they held everything back at the beginning, is to get people more accustomed to just the game before they started throwing out, all right, here's all the stuff you have to collect.
Right.
But the difference,
smorgasbord.
Right. But the difference is, by the end of Splatoon's life, it felt like, all right, I could have dropped $60 on this. If I dropped $60 at the beginning, it was well worth it. I mean, it still is. If you go anywhere now, Splatoon is still $50.
Right.
It's because it is a whole game now.
Except for Save Point, it's $30. But shout out Save Point.
But this game, I still feel is not finished. From everybody I've spoken to that has played it, that tries to go back to it every once in a while, it still feels unfinished.
Oh yeah. So I think they're gonna try and remedy that.
I think so too. I think this one should at least start out as finished as the first one was.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as modes and gameplay and characters and stuff, and it looks awesome. It looks really good.
It does.
I like how the things that they've changed up, so you don't just fight around one thing, so you can power up and blah blah blah. It looks cool.
Yeah, the campaign actually it's really cool. It takes place between episode 6 and 7.
Okay.
And you're a bad guy. You're an Imperial soldier who is trying to get revenge on the rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'll be a cool aspect of it. It's like, I'm not just a good guy fighting for the rebels again. So I think that'll be cool.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, you know.
Oh, and big announcement: no season pass. All the DLC will be free.
There you go.
Which is
Splatoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, following in the model of Nintendo, that's a huge deal.
I don't know why companies don't do this more often.
I don't either.
If you know there's a game that's got multiplayer legs, a game that can be expanded on, why not just say, all right, here's what you get at the beginning.
Right.
Anything we come up with after this, you get it for free. Boom. That's a big attraction to a game that is going to need legs anyway.
Right.
Multiplayer shooters always need legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how. That's just so obvious. You can easily sell more systems, more games.
Oh yeah.
If you know that down the road, oh, Billy, who didn't get it when it first came out, who had to wait until his birthday to get it, can still play with everybody else because everybody else will still be experiencing new stuff down the road.
Correct. And like I just bought Zombie Chronicles for for Whitney on Xbox One. She still can't play all the maps because she doesn't have all the DLC. Like we've spent like $95 on that game between the disc and the DLC, and she still doesn't have everything. Like
that's
insane. Paying $50 for a season's pass is it's ludicrous to me when companies like Nintendo and now EA are following in these footsteps where it's like, you know what? No, you guys get it for free because you believed in us and you bought the game. And
like I said, it's one thing
sense.
if you come up with something brand new after you finish the game.
Right.
But when we know these things are in development right now,
right,
like, all right, they didn't finish the game. This is part of the game that they're withholding.
Right. It feels like you're paying $60 for an incomplete package.
Yes. I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Rant over.
Rant over. All right. So moving on.
Moving on to Microsoft.
Supposed to be excited?
I'm not.
I'm not really either. You know what I am excited for? The price drop in the Microsoft Xbox One S.
The fact that you can go out to GameStop, Walmart, Target, and buy an Xbox One S for $200, and it comes with Minecraft.
That's good for me.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's cheaper than a 4K Blu-ray player.
I will probably be getting a 1S.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, let's talk about this naming convention. I thought that people learned from the Wii U.
No.
Don't do this
No.
by putting a letter after the thing you already had. It just confuses everyone involved.
People thought the Wii U was
an add-on.
An add-on. And sorry, Nintendo, the vague announcements where it just showed the gamepad, it felt like an add-on.
An add-on.
The Xbox One X entirely feels like it should just be like a modular piece that you can add already to your Xbox.
Well, from what I understand, and I might just be confused because, this is confusing, this will be moddable in the future?
They have not said that.
Okay.
That was the original concept. That was the original concept of the Xbox Project Scorpio. Is that they were mentioning, we might make it modular so that you'll be able to
for the next gen. I don't know how you would do that anyway because you don't know what the next gen is.
Right.
But anyway,
but still have modular pieces that you could include in order to make it better.
Okay. So the name is awful. The XS. So if you didn't know, there are 3 Xbox Ones. They're all essentially the same console.
They are.
They all play the same games.
Mm-hmm.
They all have the same backwards compatibility with the same Xbox 360 games.
Yep.
But there's 3 different ones. There's the Xbox One,
which is what I have.
which is the regular Xbox One, no frills or anything.
Doesn't have a 4K Blu-ray player. It does have a Blu-ray player. I believe it has 1.2 teraflops of power.
Don't care.
Oh, we'll get into that.
So then they made the smaller, quicker 4K player.
So yeah, it's basically a smaller Xbox One. Came out in white as well, which is really slick looking.
It is. It looks nice.
So it has a 4K Blu-ray player, and it has a little bit more of a powerful processor.
Yes.
But, I mean, still plays Xbox One games.
Yes, which is the Xbox One S.
Correct.
Then they decided to name this one the more powerful and smaller one than the S, the X.
Yep.
So just having conversations about this new console is a problem. Because I'll be like, yeah, and the S does this.
Right.
The X will do this.
And if you don't hear someone correctly, it sounds like you're saying the same letter.
Just think about describing this to your parents and having them try to buy this for you.
They're gonna walk out with an Xbox One original.
S. They're gonna walk out with the S because they're gonna hear the extra letter and they're gonna see on the shelf. Oh, well, there's the $200 one or the $500 one. Yeah, let's go with the two. They're gonna go up and they're gonna ask the employee at the store, "Hey, do these play the same things?" You're gonna get the cheaper one.
There you go.
So you're gonna end up disappointed if you're not buying your own.
If you're not,
console.
Yeah, I think that it has its merit.
It does.
It plays games in native 4K, which the Xbox One S does not. It does upscaling to 4K if you have a 4K TV, and that partially is the TV doing the upscaling as well, which is cool. But they got on stage and essentially promised that most of the new games that are coming out are going to run native 4K at 60 frames a second. Like, this thing is going to be a monster of a powerhouse.
It is.
There will be zero problems running games at native 4K, 60 frames a second.
Well, the thing about that is, you can do that for your own games as much as you want.
Right.
But other people have to do that and still make it work with everything else.
Correct.
And I think that might be a crunch for a lot of studios, especially if you're not trying to appeal to just this market. You got to remember, the Microsoft market is the smallest world market of the big three.
Of the big three, correct.
Like, Microsoft is essentially a Western company.
Yeah, oh, it is.
Like, nobody in Japan gives a care about the Xbox. Nobody has an Xbox.
There's more games for PlayStation anyways.
Perfect example, and this will probably come a little later.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World coming out simultaneously all around the world at the same time. In Japan, it's not even coming out for the Xbox.
Are you serious?
They're not even Japanese localizing.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
In Japan, it will come out on release date only on the PlayStation 4. And then later it'll come out on PC.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
They don't sell any consoles.
They don't.
When you're selling less consoles than last gen.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I'm serious. Go look up the articles.
Oh, I got it.
They're just sitting and collecting dust on shelves in Japan.
That's amazing.
Nobody cares. Nobody in Japan cares about.
Well, why would they when they could support their own country? It makes sense. It makes sense. Does it not make sense? It makes sense.
But yeah, so like I said, I think it's cool. I do really think it's cool. I love how powerful it is.
Yeah.
But Microsoft as a company has never been the appeal for me. I mean, it's no secret that I'm a Nintendo fanboy. But that doesn't mean I can't look at things objectionably.
Right.
Like, I do plan on picking up probably an Xbox One S.
Wait, is it an X or an S?
The S.
Okay.
The cheaper one.
Just wanted to make sure.
I don't have a 4K TV and I don't care about graphics because I'm from the old school. I do plan on picking up one eventually, especially for Monster Hunter World.
Which we're going to do a whole other video on.
Right.
Don't worry.
But with that being said, and I like Forza. I am a Forza fan. I've always enjoyed Forza.
Right.
But there's no reason for me to pick this up.
I have an Xbox One. I do not have an S. There is zero reason why I feel the need to go buy an Xbox One X. Unless I wanted a 4K Blu-ray player, which at that point, why wouldn't I just buy an Xbox One S?
Right.
But I'm confused by the Xbox One X ultimately because people are asking me, are you going to get it? And I tell them, no, I already have an Xbox One. I can play all the games.
Right.
Why would I blow $500 on a console to make it look pretty and run at 60 frames a second? The human eye can't see 60 frames a second.
You can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference, but you can't see
you don't
each individual frame. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll run through the tech specs real quick, just for, people asking
for the tech
them.
heads, and I'll just...
Right. So it's got a 6 teraflop GPU running at 1.172 gigahertz. It's got 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. It's got 326 gigabytes of bandwidth, and then it runs games at native 4K. It's got HDR for the games, 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray playback. So the Xbox One S does that as well. It just doesn't run games at native true 4K. All Xbox One accessories and games will work with the Xbox One X. They're calling the Scorpio processor the most powerful gaming processor in a console ever made. And then it's actually kind of neat. It's going to be vapor cooled. So I think that's really neat. So basically, it'll suck in I put liquid cooled, but it's actually it's vapor. So it'll suck in the vapors and then spit them back out in order to cool down the processor, because apparently it gets really, really hot.
Well, yeah.
So and it's actually smaller than the Xbox One S.
Yes.
So it
is the smallest Xbox console ever made, actually.
Yeah. So
which is saying something, because the 360, the arcade 360s were pretty small.
Huge. Yeah. Wait, the arcade ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that didn't have all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Those were tiny. They didn't have very many things in them.
Yeah. So that's I mean,
it has its merits, and
does.
I'm not knocking anybody for wanting one.
No, not at all.
I just personally I don't care.
Right, and I'm with you, and it's not even that I don't care. It's that I don't feel the need.
It doesn't move the needle because it's nothing really.
It's nothing new.
It's basically just, here's a more powerful console than anybody else.
It's like if you had a gaming PC and you got a new graphics card.
Right, exactly.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
So it doesn't change your OS. It doesn't change your games. It doesn't change ultimately the way you play them. It just changes the way they look and the way they run.
It feels like the PS4 Pro all over again.
And that's what it is.
It
the
moves
PS4
the needle for the people who want it, and everybody else is like, why would I pay extra money just for slightly better graphics on the same games?
I'll stick to my Switch.
We'll get into that later, because I don't want to sound like I'm gushing over the Switch. It's just the reason why the Switch is such a big deal now is because it truly changes the way that people play games.
Right.
All right. That's all we'll say. Let's get on to the Microsoft games.
Let's get into some games.
So first things first. Forza Motorsport 7. If you are a Forza fan, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Looks real.
Yeah, I mean, Forza 6 looked real to me.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 3 looked pretty real to me. This looks realer.
Yeah, as more real as you can possibly get.
I like how you put down in the notes, unveiled a new Porsche car for some reason.
Yeah.
The new Forza games, I know you don't know this, you don't really play those games. They usually have some new concept car or some new design in every one, just for the gearheads. Like Forza, I think, in my opinion, Forza has overtaken Gran Turismo as the new driving simulator, as the like quintessential. All right, this is the driving simulator. Back in the day, it used to be Gran Turismo,
Right.
where you could tweak everything about your car, and they had the real engine sounds. They had like a load of cars, and you race on real tracks.
Right.
I think Forza has taken over that in the realism and the look, and this unveiling the new car is just like the icing on the cake for that kind of thing. From what I hear, the last Gran Turismos were not very good.
No.
But I've never heard of a bad Forza game. I'm a huge fan of Horizon.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I
played like 15 minutes of it, and I'm just not a car guy, I guess. I don't know.
It's just the driving feels really, really good.
Yeah.
It feels really good, and I love the charm of the first game. The second game, I bought and beat it in a week, and then I sold it back.
And then you sold it. Yeah, I remember that.
I was so disappointed.
You were
by that
so
game.
excited for that game.
I was.
I remember because you were
bought
like,
it.
Forza Horizon 2's coming out. And then
Yeah,
like, a week later you were
pre-ordered
like,
it, and I was like, a week later I was like, it just doesn't have the charm of the first game. Is it a bad game? No, it's fantastic. It's a great game.
yeah.
But it just didn't have the charm.
Right.
The third one looks like it has that charm. I haven't played it. I want to play it.
It looks great.
If I buy a 1S, that will be the first
Day
game
one.
I get.
Yeah.
That will be the first game I get.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Forza. So, more Forza for every car person out there.
All the Forza people. Some of these we might have to speed through just because like, they just announced them. Like Metro Exodus, that got announced. Have you played a Metro game?
I did play Metro.
Okay.
Was it 2048 or something like that?
I think so. 2033 or something.
I don't know. I have it for something.
Yeah.
And it just, alright, sure.
Assassin's Creed Origins got announced. It's set in Egypt, which is a cool setting. I'm over Assassin's Creed. I really am. I was over
cared about it.
Yeah. I mean,
I like firing the ship's cannons in Black Flag. And
Black Flag's awesome.
That's it.
Black Flag's awesome. Syndicate is a really good game. As well as I even think, it's more straightforward. I even think Unity's cool. The setting's really neat in Unity. I'm just done with Assassin's Creed.
This looks like a good game, though. Like, with that being said,
the
little tweaks that they made, the non-high points where you have to use the eagle or
those are
neat little changes
innovative.
that I think it will. I think when they took the year off hiatus, they really thought about, okay, what do we need to change up to make this interesting again?
Oh yeah.
With that being said, everybody who's a fan of Assassin's Creed that has this will buy this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, have fun.
It's a given. Yeah. So
tell me how good it is, because I will probably not be playing it.
Right. That's in October, October 27th. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was announced for. They're calling it the Xbox One family now, which is super cute. Sorry, Nintendo beat you to it. That's available late 2017. Deep Rock Galactic. It's a voxel-based shooter. That's coming out. State of Decay 2. It's going to be an Xbox Play Anywhere title, so you can play it on your computer or Xbox. The Darwin Project looks kind of neat. It's an Xbox One X launch title. Then the Minecraft Community Project. I want us to pause a little bit here. Minecraft Community Project was announced. There are bigger servers, and there's cross-play with all consoles except for PlayStation.
Yes, that's a Sony decision.
Yeah, it's a Sony decision.
I don't know if everybody else knows. Minecraft is now owned by Microsoft. They bought Mojang.
Mm-hmm.
So it is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft owns Minecraft.
Right.
And Minecraft is still on all the major consoles right now. Which, when this came out, I was like, okay, wait a minute, that's cool. So PC, Xbox, and
mobile
Switch owners.
Yeah, mobile, VR, console, and PC. They're going to be on community servers now.
Yes.
And there's crossplay. So if I had Minecraft on my phone and Cam had it on his Switch,
we could play together, which is super neat. That's awesome. Especially
for Minecraft. Especially with the community for Minecraft. Old people play it, young people play it. I called us old. That was funny.
I'm old.
I am too. But, so everybody plays Minecraft, even if people are like, oh, I hate Minecraft.
If your little cousin comes over who's 6 and not old enough to play GTA with you and wants to play Minecraft, you're not going to say no. You're going to play Minecraft. You're going to be moving blocks.
Right.
And you'll probably enjoy it more than you think you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Because it's Minecraft. It is very charming, and it's neat, and it's whatever you want it to be.
Right. It gives... I think this aspect is really cool. Everybody can have their own screen now. Yes. If everybody's playing on a mobile device or a Switch or the TV. If you hit... I think Pocket Edition is $5 on the App Store.
Look, I'll probably get it for the Switch, and then you could have it 2 on the Xbox, 1 on the Switch, whatever. I think it's neat.
If I come over and I just have it on my phone and I forget my Switch, we can just we're in.
Yeah, I think
that's a huge deal.
That's an absolutely huge deal, and I hope they pull it off really well, because I think this is neat, and I hope Sony jumps on the bus instead of alienating themselves just because they have the bigger share of the market.
Right, just because they want to.
But also the Super Duper graphics pack is coming out in the fall. It's coming to all the newer consoles and PC.
Yep. So, and I think Switch too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Newer consoles.
So
I know Switch is kind of like an in-between generation console, but it's included in the current gen.
Right.
It is current gen.
So it'll feature high-resolution textures, 4K, better lighting and shading, and HDR, which is high dynamic range for those of you who don't know.
It looks pretty.
It looks really pretty.
They took the blockiness of Minecraft and made it look prettier.
Yeah.
That's for your Minecraft fans.
That's a big deal.
What else? Dragon Ball Fighter Z is the game that I wanted about 20 years ago for Dragon Ball. It's basically Marvel vs. Capcom with Dragon Ball characters. And it looks amazing. It looks like the cartoon. Like
it does.
It animates like the cartoon.
When I saw it, I was like, is that drawn or is it 3D? And then they panned around a model and I was like, oh, that's 3D.
Yeah.
That looks legit.
Yeah, it pops up. They speak. I think they only had the Japanese voice acting. But it looks awesome.
Original voice actors.
It looks really cool. And I kind of want it.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Let's see what else we got.
Black Desert, the MMORPG.
I don't care.
If you know what that is, let us know in the comments. The Last Night looks really, really intriguing. It's a side-scrolling pixel action game, and it's like a noir, dark-themed kind of cool-looking game.
It'll have to do something to set itself apart for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Code Vein.
Code Vein, anime Dark Souls is what I like to call it. It looks awesome. We'll see how it does. I mean, it looks really cool.
You were really interested in that. I know Phil from work was super interested in that as well. It looks really cool, and I'd be interested in it too. If
a character has a giant scythe,
pretty much you're in. You make it an anime character.
Here's my money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
all right. So Sea of Thieves, which I think looks interesting in concept. It looks really well animated. Everything in it looks really pretty.
Is it a Sid Meier game?
I don't think so. It's like an MMO.
Yeah, people are comparing it to what No Man's Sky is supposed to be, but with pirates.
I think that's unfair to No Man's Sky.
It is, because No Man's Sky has a lot of merit.
Yeah, No Man's Sky disappointed people because they didn't. It wasn't what they expected it to be.
It didn't disappoint me.
But Sea of Thieves, I've seen gameplay. I think it's not as polished as they want it to be. It doesn't look fun.
No,
it looks novel.
It looks bland.
It looks novel. It looks like it'd be really interesting, especially if you could get all the people on your team to be playing at the same time.
Right.
They need to work on making it fun.
Yeah, I do.
Because it was not very fun to watch.
No.
It's very pretty. It's very fun to watch in like little snippets and like a trailer kind of way. But watching the gameplay, I was like,
the trailer.
I played this once.
Yeah, the trailer they had it narrated by like a swashbuckler, and it was almost distracting from the gameplay because he would just like it was over narration. and it was just like, okay, can I just watch it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. It looks cool. We'll see.
All right.
Super Lucky's Tale. I think that's the Fox one. It looked neat. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Cuphead.
Cuphead looks fun.
Cuphead does look fun. I think it's been plagued with issues from the beginning.
Cuphead is at least 2 or 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It was announced. Hi. It was announced at E3 in like 2014 or 15.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting for it since. And I don't know why, because you should just go on YouTube and look up gameplay of Cuphead. It doesn't look like it's super intensive.
No.
It doesn't look like... It just looks like a bunch of old 2D kind of Gradius style, flying action shooters like Shumps.
Yeah.
Why is this game not out? I don't know.
I don't know if
it worries me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if they were adding to it and they just felt like they needed more. I don't know if they couldn't get the art style right or,
it
animation's
looked great
correct.
from the beginning.
It did.
It looked really good, and like I said, I hope it's good because they've been working on it for years now.
Yeah. I'm curious if what they showed at that original E3 was all that they had developed.
Even then, it looked like you could have just released that as a $5 game.
Oh, yeah, I would have bought
or
that.
$10 game. It didn't... I don't know. It better have a lot of levels. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It better be long.
And it better not just be hard for the sake of being hard.
I've heard it's hard. Difficult.
But it better not just be hard because it's hard.
Right.
Like, we're just going to throw as much stuff at you as possible. It better be good.
Right.
Yeah, Cuphead. There you go. I'll probably play it. I might buy it on your console and we can play it. Because it does still look good. Crackdown 3.
Oh, Crackdown 3. Starring Terry Crews.
I love Terry Crews.
I do too, but for some reason it's starring Terry Crews.
I don't know.
Interesting concept. I've heard the gameplay demos that they had were fun, but it needs to be developed further.
Yes.
So.
What else?
It's coming out in November, so it's pretty quick.
Yeah. Some indie games. Ashen. I remember this. You marked it as the faceless Dark Souls.
Yes.
It does look cool. I've never been a huge Dark Souls fan. So.
Yeah. Life is Strange Before the Storm, which is the prequel, I think, to Life is Strange. It's going to be 3 episodes long.
Didn't play the first one, so I don't care.
I didn't either. Whitney's sister did, and she loved it. So, Middle Earth Shadow of War is going to be a big one. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan.
Did you play Shadows of Mordor?
I did not.
It looks awesome.
Yeah,
I will probably
look
get
awesome.
the 360 version, even though people told me not to. They said it was just incomplete. But it's kind of like your not open world, but like your action game. Like, think Assassin's Creed, except with Lord of the Ring characters and more fighting. Less stealth, more fighting. But
I know, the Nemesis system is really fun.
Yeah, so I was about to say, the Nemesis system is really awesome. They expand upon it in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you can, recruit them.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and if I had an Xbox One, I would get it. Let's see, what else? Ori and the Will of Wisps is good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It will probably be good. It'll probably come out to critical acclaim, and then everybody else will forget about it.
That's what happened with Ori and the Blind Forest.
Right. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Big announcement. Xbox original games are coming to backwards compatibility. All 4 of them that are worth playing.
Yeah. Halo?
Halo 1 and 2. And then...
That's all I care about.
Yeah. So, Crimson Skies, which is apparently people have been clamoring for that game. I never even heard of it before they announced it.
I've heard of it, and I don't know anybody who's played it.
All the games will look better, and they will play better. So, that's cool.
Then 4K updates for everything. Gears, Halo, Minecraft, Forza 6, Resident Evil
7.
Rocket League, Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm. They're all going to get automatic 4K updates.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Then more Anthem.
Yeah, and I don't know, as Microsoft, if you're going to show Destiny stuff, if Destiny's not come out yet, why would you push Anthem? Because Anthem already looked awesome. We already knew that. I think they're just shooting themselves in the foot here. But it does look awesome.
The exosuits are called Javelins. I failed to mention that earlier. Different Javelins have different unique playstyles. That's kind of a given.
But yeah, that was the end of the Microsoft press conference.
Yeah.
Not a bunch for me to get super excited about, but it was it wasn't bad. Let me go ahead and say that. It was not bad. It just, you expect a big bang to happen at E3 every year.
Right.
And Microsoft went first. They did not deliver that big bang. Like of the big three.
No, they did not.
The Xbox One X was not that big bang that everybody expected it to be.
No.
When we were talking about the specs 3 months ago.
People were clamoring for what Scorpio was going to be, and then once X was announced, the hype was like, really?
Yeah, no, I do have to give it this. I did not think it was going to be less than like $550, $600.
I thought it was going to be
not with the specs that it had.
No, I thought it was going to be closer to like $7. So
I didn't think they would pull out a Jaguar and be like $700 for our console,
right.
Especially since it's a console that technically already exists.
Right.
But $500 is not a bad price point, I don't think, for if you're just jumping in and you want to jump from, I have
an Xbox 360.
Yeah, and I want the newest, best thing.
Yeah.
Because there are some people like that. I'm not one of those people. I will, like I said, I'm probably going to get an S next year.
Yeah.
If that tells you what kind of person I am. The Nintendo Switch is the first console I've bought on release date ever.
Me too.
Ever in my life. That's not true. I bought a new 3DS on day one, but that's because it came with my favorite game, Monster Hunter, and I have the Monster Hunter edition of the 3DS.
I'm super jealous of that 3DS, but
that is the exception, and it was a very strong, very, very strong, difference between everything. Like, I didn't get a 360 until 2 years ago, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a Wii until 2 years after it came out. I didn't get a Wii U until a year after it was supposed to die.
Right.
So, or a year before it was supposed to die. But that's how I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for was that day one?
That was day one, yeah. Actually, no. So day one includes
Bethesda,
which was at midnight. So, actually no, EA was day one. Microsoft and Bethesda were day two.
Okay.
So that concludes day one and half of day two. Bethesda coverage is going to be relatively short for us just because not a lot was announced.
We'll get to that and Sony and Ubisoft in our next video.
Yeah.
Alright, so check that out.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give us a like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, the other button seems to work as well. Thanks again for watching, and we will chirp you in the next one.